You'll never know you're wearing me, but other people will. Oh, if Tapple only comes through.
He will. Now, don't clean anything up. We'll have another party tonight to celebrate. Leave everything just as it is.
Oh, sure. Oh, it's you.
Good morning, Mrs. Weldon.
Would you wait right there a moment, please? That man's here again.
Who?
The idiot.
Emil?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he just happens to be one of the greatest scientists of our time.
He's crazy.
Well, if you'd only looked at the letter that Edison wrote him congratulating him on...
Yeah! Weldon Stables, Busher speaking.
You're cute.
Why, yes, the little filly's right alongside me.
Who is it?
The idiot.
Gwendolyn? Oh.
Good guess. Goodbye. I'll phone you with a flash.
Bye.
Hello? Oh, darling, the most wonderful thing has happened. We're finally going on our honeymoon.
Morning.
Good morning, Professor. Yeah, I'm in sort of a hurry. Here, that's all I can spare.
It's not very much.
Well, I'm sorry. You'll have to cut down on some of the experiments.
That's impossible.
Well, okay. Here's another 5.
When can I speak to you?
This afternoon, 5 o'clock in my office.
I will bring you a full report.
Fine. Well, so long. I got to catch the 812.
Mr. Weldon.
Good luck. You never know you're wearing one, but other people do.
I don't like slogans.
But Mr. Tapple...
I have been in the advertising business for 20 years, Mr. Tapple. This is it. I know.
It'll sell hats, Mr. Tapple.
I know a little about selling hats myself.
Granted, that's why you'll buy this slogan.
It doesn't quite sell me.
Mr. Tapple doesn't like slogans.
Look, I'd like to demonstrate something.
I'm afraid we've given you all the time we can spare today, eh, Slocum? Baseball season opens this afternoon. See? Now, Harker throws out the first ball at 2:15. We'll resume this discussion tomorrow.
Yeah, but Mr. Tapple...
And I tell you in advance, gentlemen, no slogan is going to sell me. What we need is some big shot, some celebrity to endorse our hats. That's the only surefire drawing power. People are sheep. We have to lead them.
But I'd like to show you this test. It'll only take a minute.
What test is that, Mr. Weldon?
The blindfold test. The first time it's ever been tried in hat history.
Blindfold test for what?
Pardon me, Mr. Slocum. You're the logical candidate. No chance of being prejudiced.
That's right.
Our slogan says, you never know you're wearing one, doesn't it? Well, now we're going to prove it.
Let me in on this. No one can convince me that I can't tell when I've got my own hat on.
Okay, we're off. Now, I place the hat on one of you. The one that feels it, speak up.
I can feel it.
Feel what?
The hat.
You're not wearing it. It's on Mr. Tapple.
It is not. I never before heard of a slogan that was true. You don't know you're wearing one.
The Tapple Magic Hat. That's what we'll call it.
Let me try that. My head is unusually sensitive due to some of my hair having fallen out. I have difficulty finding a really comfortable hat. Go ahead. Oh, my word. I felt absolutely nothing. Nothing, Mr. Tapple.
I didn't know the hat was that good. Now I feel we need the endorsement angle more than ever.
Granted, but what's wrong with having both?
Granted. And whom do you see endorsing your hat, Mr. Tapple?
Oh, someone big, some great man, someone like Mayor Harker. Dandy Jim, the perfect endorser.
Oh, I don't think Harker will do it. He's refused to endorse any product.
He won't refuse this one. Leave it to me, boss.
Why, I tell you, Weldon, you won't even get in to see him.
I'll see him at the ballpark.
Nonsense.
All I want you to do, boss, is pull some wires and get me the box next to the mayor's. Can you swing it?
Done and done. Miss Hunter, get me the Star Ticket Agency.
Hello, get me Mrs. Weldon, please.
Get the Star Ticket Agency.
This is Mr. Tapple.
It's very important.
Get me my publicity department.
Mr. Tapple, if I get Mayor Harker's endorsement, do we get the account?
Absolutely. Dandy Jim wearing a Tapple hat? It's perfect.
Okay. You get that box, boss, and the account's in the bag.
I'll get it if I have to buy the
Star
stadium.
Ticket Agency?
Hello,
Publicity
honey.
department?
How do you like those
Oh,
bonds?
I know he's not there. He's
Star Ticket
here.
Agency?
Swell, huh?
Get me, Mr.
Well, get into your best sarong and meet me at the stadium, by the box office under the L. No, not yet. I'm going to close the deal at the ballpark. Your Honor, let's look at the human angle. Look what a Brown Derby did for Al Smith. Made a lovable figure of him from coast to coast. Well, this straw hat will do the same for you.
Hey, you're acting like a melon.
All I want you to do is put it on and let the newsreels photograph you.
Hey, Doc.
And just one quote, you don't know you're wearing one. Why, you're the best-dressed mayor this city ever had.
Will you take your hat and scram?
Your 5 minutes are up, Mr. Weldon.
But it's a simple human thing to love a hat. Everybody loves a hat. Everybody wants to be close. Look, if I just had 5 more minutes.
Young man, I'm here to enjoy a ball game, not endorse an idiotic hat. Goodbye, sir.
I told you there wasn't a chance.
He didn't even have an argument either. Just bull-headed, that's all. It's enough to turn you into an anarchist. I had it all fixed up with the camera boys, too.
A moment of silence, please.
What did that announcer say?
I didn't get it.
What are we standing up for?
Take it off, Mayor.
Take what off?
Your hat.
I've got it off.
Doesn't look right.
Shut up, will you?
Hey, you down there, take your hat off!
Mr. Mayor, look this way.
They're yelling at you, Mayor.
What for?
Your hat.
Take off that hat!
You're mad.
Take off that lid!
Where'd this come from?
What's the idea of wearing your hat during the ceremony?
I didn't know I was wearing one.
Thank you, Mayor. That's all my husband wanted you to say. Thank you.
Mayor booed for wearing hat during ceremony. The mayor says, direct quote, "I didn't know I had it on," unquote. Now remember, Mr. Temple, this is just a rough layout of the way the ad will look.
It's great. It's wonderful. I like it.
Margaret, you have done something that is going down in the annals of advertising. Something that will be an inspiration to every advertising man when things look darkest.
Oh, please, J.B., there's no occasion for oratory.
Modest as always. Mrs. Weldon ran my business for me for 3 years, Mr. Tapple. Never took any credit. Insisted on posing as my secretary.
Well, this afternoon I was only carrying out my husband's carefully laid plans. Wasn't I, dear?
You snatched the battle right out of the fire, and I'm sure Bill is a big enough man to admit it.
Gentlemen, when my wife goes into action, she makes the U.S. Marines look like a still life.
That's fine. That's the way I like to hear a husband talk.
Bill, it was your idea, your slogan.
But you rode to the rescue, Margaret.
That's right.
Most thrilling thing I ever saw a woman do.
And here is the check for the bonus.
Oh, thanks, J.B. Oh, Bill, it's for $5,000.
Well, that's nice of you, J.B. Thanks.
I never parted with $5,000 more happily.
Oh, Bill, we're going.
Yes, dear, we are. See you in the morning, boss, and I'll fix up these layouts before we leave.
I'd like to have the little woman in on this, Crookshank.
Mr. Tapple, when you buy Crookshank's service, you get Mrs. Weldon thrown in automatically. She is our inspiration department. She works behind the scenes. Oh, Bill, come on. Own up. Who figured out that slogan?
Well, I don't like to take any credit away from my little genius here, but it came to me in my sleep.
I'll bet she whispered it in your ear.
Oh, that's silly. Bill made it all up, everything. He's the best advertising man in the business, J.B., and you know it.
I'm afraid you can't win that argument today, darling.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, gentlemen.
Thanks for the bonus, J.B.
You earned it, Margaret.